Your most vivid childhood memory might be completely fake. The person you instantly trusted, your brain made that decision in 7 seconds and won't change it. That friend who says they're fine, your unconscious already knows they're lying. Your brain is running programs you never installed, making decisions you think are yours, and rewriting your past every single day. These 17 psychological facts reveal what's really happening inside your head. And once you see these patterns, you can't unsee them. Fact 1. Your brain decides trust in 7 seconds. When you meet someone new, your brain makes a trust decision in about 7 seconds. This isn't shallow. It's survival. Your unconscious mind scans for micro-expressions, body language, and tone of voice, comparing this new person to every experience you've ever had. That weird feeling you get around certain people, your brain already ran the background check. If someone reminds your brain of a person who hurt you, even just their laugh or how they stand, you'll feel uneasy without knowing why. The problem is the data is often outdated. That new person might be completely trustworthy, but your 7-second scan flagged them as a threat based on old information. Fact 2. You mirror people you feel safe with. Ever notice how you start talking like your best friend? It's called the chameleon effect. When you feel safe and connected, your brain automatically copies gestures, speech patterns, and breathing rhythms. In healthy relationships, mirroring happens naturally. You lean in, they lean in. But when someone stops mirroring you, something shifted. Your brain notices this before you consciously do. That nagging feeling that something's wrong often starts here. The mirroring stopped, and your unconscious caught it. Pay attention to who you mirror and who mirrors you. It reveals who you actually feel safe with, not just who you think you should feel safe with. Fact 3. Your memories rewrite themselves. Your most vivid childhood memory? There's a 50% chance it never happened. Psychologists discovered that up to half of our detailed early memories are completely fabricated. Your brain created them from stories you heard, photos you saw, or filled in blanks with imagination. Here's the disturbing part. You can't tell the difference. False memories feel just as real as true ones. Every time you remember something, your brain rewrites it based on your current emotions and beliefs. You're not remembering the event, you're remembering the last time you remembered it. This is why two people experience the same event but remember it completely differently. That painful memory keeping you stuck, it's not even the original version anymore. Your brain has been editing it every time you revisit it. Fact 4. You feel before you think. Your emotions arrive 0.2 seconds before your logical thoughts. When someone says something hurtful, you feel the pain before you process what the words mean. This is why you can't just think your way out of hurt feelings. Your emotional brain already reacted. The people who seem emotionally intelligent haven't eliminated emotions. They've just learned to create a pause between the feeling and the action. They feel the anger in that first 0.2 seconds, but wait before responding. That's the real skill. Not controlling emotions, but controlling what you do after they arrive. Fact 5. Your body keeps the score. Stress from 10 years ago is still living in your body. That tight feeling in your chest during conflict? Your body remembers every unresolved argument, every time you felt unsafe. Psychologists call this somatic memory. Your muscles, gut, and heart rate all store emotional data. Your body is like a hard drive that never deletes files. That childhood moment when you got yelled at in front of others? Your shoulders still tighten when someone raises their voice. Your body learned that tension equals danger, and it's still protecting you from a threat that ended years ago. This is why some people develop unexplained pain. Doctors can't find a physical cause because the cause is emotional. Fact 6. You can't not communicate. Silence is communication. Not texting back is communication. Looking away is communication. Studies show that 93% of communication is nonverbal. Words only carry 7% of your message. This is why you can say, "I'm fine," and nobody believes you. Your body already told the truth. You think you're hiding your disappointment, but your face gave it away in half a second. Your partner says they want to talk, but their body is angled toward the door. They actually want to leave. You're broadcasting your real feelings all day long. You can't fake presence, interest, or love. Your body always tells the truth, even when you wish it wouldn't. Fact 7. Loneliness is contagious. Loneliness spreads like a virus. When you spend time with someone who feels isolated, your brain starts adopting their patterns. Studies found that loneliness can spread up to 3 degrees of separation. But here's the twist. Connection is contagious too. One genuine conversation can break the cycle. Loneliness isn't about being alone. You can feel lonely in a crowded room, in a marriage, surrounded by family. It's about feeling unseen. One text checking in, one invitation that shows you actually want them there. One moment where you actually listen. That breaks the pattern. Connection breeds connection. Isolation breeds isolation. You get to choose which one you feed. Fact 8. You're attracted to familiarity, not compatibility. People don't fall for who's good for them. They fall for who feels familiar. If you grew up with chaos, calm might feel boring. If love came with conditions, unconditional love might feel suspicious. Your brain is wired to seek what it knows, even when what it knows hurt you. This is why people keep choosing the same type of wrong person. Your brain is running a pattern recognition program using childhood data. When you feel that magnetic pull towards someone, ask yourself, does this feel good or does this feel familiar? The people who finally break their destructive relationship cycles aren't the ones who found the perfect person. They're the ones who learn to recognize the difference between familiarity and actual compatibility. Fact 9. Shared secrets create bonds faster than shared time. You can know someone for years and feel distant. Then one vulnerable conversation changes everything. Emotional disclosure, sharing something real and slightly uncomfortable, creates intimacy faster than any amount of small talk. When someone shares vulnerability, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. One conversation can determine the entire trajectory of a relationship. This is why small talk feels so exhausting. Your brain knows it's not creating real connection. But 10 minutes of real conversation leaves you feeling energized and connected. Your brain finally got what it was actually looking for. Fact 10. Your brain protects your self-image at all costs. When faced with evidence that contradicts your beliefs about yourself, your brain will twist reality before admitting you're wrong. It's called cognitive dissonance. Someone cuts you off in traffic. They're a terrible person. You cut someone off because you were in a hurry. It was an accident. Same action, completely different story. Your brain protects your self-image by creating different rules for you than for everyone else. You judge others by their actions, but yourself by your intentions. Right now, there's probably something you're doing that hurts someone, but your brain has already rewritten it, so you're justified. The only way to catch it is to pay attention when you feel defensive. That's your cue to ask, am I defending the truth, or am I defending my need to be right? Fact 11. You punish people for your own unresolved pain. That coworker who irritates you for no clear reason, that friend whose success bothers you, they're probably reminding you of something unresolved in yourself. Psychologists call this projection. If you're angry at someone for being too sensitive, you might be suppressing your own emotions. If someone's confidence feels like arrogance, you might be struggling with your own self-worth. The pattern reveals itself when your reaction is bigger than the situation deserves. Mild annoyance is normal. Burning rage over something small, that's projection. Your unhealed wound just got poked. And instead of looking at the wound, you're attacking the person who poked it. This isn't about them. It never was. They're just holding up a mirror, and you don't like what you see. Fact 12. Your brain needs closure more than truth. When something bad happens, your brain will create a story to explain it, even if that story is completely wrong. You'd rather have a false explanation than no explanation at all. Think about a time someone ghosted you. Your brain couldn't handle it, so it started creating stories. I was too much. I wasn't enough. None of these might be true, but your brain needed an answer. A child whose parent leaves will create a story. I wasn't lovable enough. Someone who gets betrayed concludes, people can't be trusted. These stories give the brain closure, but they're often completely wrong. Your brain prefers a painful story you can understand over a confusing reality you can't control. The story your brain created to give you closure might be the very thing keeping you stuck. Fact 13. People remember how you made them feel, not what you said. Years from now, someone won't remember the exact words of your conversation, but they'll remember if you made them feel heard, dismissed, valued, or small. Your brain stores emotional data more powerfully than factual data. Think about the people who left the biggest impact on your life. You probably can't quote a single thing they said word for word, but you remember exactly how being around them felt. This is why you can have a technically perfect conversation and the other person still walks away feeling bad. Your words were right, but the energy was wrong. The feeling always wins. Fact 14. Silence is a power move. Your brain recognizes instantly. When someone goes quiet during conflict, your brain panics. It's called stonewalling, and it triggers the same fear response as physical abandonment. In ancient times, being cut off from the tribe meant death. That wiring still exists. When someone goes silent, your nervous system screams, "I'm being abandoned." This is why people escalate during the silent treatment. Their brain thinks survival depends on reconnection. But there's a difference between stonewalling and taking space. Stonewalling is punishing someone with silence. Taking space is saying, "I need time to process this. I'll come back in an hour." One is abandonment. The other is self-regulation. If you need to step away during conflict, say so. Without those words, their brain fills the silence with fear. Fact 15. Your brain can't tell the difference between real and imagined rejection. Whether someone actually rejected you or you just think they did, your brain processes it the same way. You imagine a scenario where someone is mad at you, and your body responds as if it's really happening. Your heart races, your stomach drops. Every time you imagine rejection, your brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone. Do this enough times, and your baseline anxiety level rises. Here's what makes this worse. Imagined rejection often creates real rejection. You imagine someone is pulling away, so you act distant to protect yourself. They notice you being distant and pull back in response. Now the rejection you feared becomes real. Not because they rejected you first, but because your brain convinced you they would. The rejection you keep experiencing might not be coming from other people. It might be coming from inside your own mind. Fact 16. Your brain chooses comfort over growth every single time. Change feels like danger to your brain. Even when your current situation is painful, it's familiar, and familiar equals safe. This is why people stay in bad relationships, dead-end jobs, and destructive patterns long after they know they should leave. It's not weakness, it's biology. Your brain is wired to avoid uncertainty because uncertainty used to mean predators and starvation. Every time you choose growth, you're fighting thousands of years of evolutionary wiring that's screaming at you to stay where you are. Fact 17. You become who you spend time with, even if you don't want to. Your brain has mirror neurons that automatically sync with the people around you. Spend time with anxious people, you'll become more anxious. Spend time with negative people, your outlook darkens. This isn't about being weak-minded, it's neuroscience. Your brain is constantly absorbing the emotional patterns, speech habits, and belief systems of whoever you're consistently around. The 5 people you spend the most time with aren't just influencing you, they're becoming you. Choose carefully. Your brain isn't working against you. It's just working with old instructions. Instructions written when you were too young to know better. The person you're avoiding, your 7-second scan flagged them wrong. The relationship you can't leave, familiarity disguised as love. The story you keep telling yourself, your brain made it up to feel in control. Every pattern you just learned is running in your life right now. The question isn't whether you'll see them, you will. The question is whether you'll do anything about it. Because awareness without action is just pain with an explanation. Which of these 17 facts hit you the hardest? Drop a number in the comments. Mine is number 3. The idea that half our memories might be completely fabricated changed everything about how I look at my past. What about you?